Hi everyone, welcome to my channel again. Today we're going to talk about a very important first question in most of the interviews. And one of the questions that people, especially fresh students, often come to me and ask me, what are we supposed to say when this question is asked to us? Because they know for sure that this is the first question. And the question is, tell me about yourself. To some, it is the easiest question on the planet, and to many, it is the most difficult question. Now, why is that so? Well, that's so not because the question itself is tough, but only because most people haven't done enough research, haven't really glanced over their own background, educational qualifications, and experiences in a sufficiently thorough way so as to present a coherent and a composite answer to this question. So I'll just take a few minutes to round this up and then show you how this question can be tackled. So let's start. How do you start the question? Tell me about yourself. Well, first of all, just be professional. Just understand that this is not an invitation to tell your life story to the interviewer. That's not the purpose of this question. So what is the purpose of this question? Well, the purpose is that they want a concise and a well-crafted response that showcases your educational qualifications, your experiences, and uh, your personal attributes that align with the job, and that will show you as somebody who is fit, willing, and able to carry out the job that you are willing to take up. So that's the first thing. Avoid all personal details that do not have a direct bearing on the job that you're looking for or the industry that you intend to get into. So let me just bring down in terms of points. Point one, start with a brief introduction. First thing is to give your name. When you're giving your name, give your full name and don't use Mr. and Mrs. If you have a title like a doctor, you can go ahead and do that. My name is Dr. Uganda, that's fine, but it's not fine to say my name is Mr. Uganda, right? You don't really have to do that. Now, after you've stated your name, move on to your current position or your current job title and the current organization. If you're working somewhere, and if you're not working anywhere, then you could probably move on to your highest educational qualifications and then start from there. The next thing is you could go on to highlight any notable achievements during your education or during your stint in the job that you are currently holding. And that's an important point, and it's going to be a good hook as well. Now, once you've done that, move on to highlighting your relevant experience for the job that you're applying to. What kind of experiences, skills, and talents and attributes you are bringing to the table. Now, that's very important. The only guideline for you is to ensure that you're not bringing anything that doesn't align with the job or the industry that you wanted to get into. So make sure that whatever you are putting across as your skills, your talents, and the experiences align with the job requirements as well, because you have to make sure that the interviewer finds something in every sentence that you're saying. It shouldn't be something that goes off the trajectory and doesn't really appeal to the other person sitting across the table. You could even talk about your projects and your responsibilities. Then move on to your educational background. Now, this is very important, especially if you're talking about a job that is tech intensive, where qualifications and basic degrees are extremely important. Now, you must highlight your educational qualifications. For example, if you're looking for a techie job, then it's important that you highlight your qualifications, maybe as a computer science engineer or an electronics engineer, depending on what job you are looking for in this particular interview. And if you have any additional relevant certifications and extra trainings, do mention them at this stage. Then move on to skills and strengths. Remember, your educational qualifications are different from your actual skills that you can bring to the job and hit the road running right from day one. So, what skills can you showcase that directly align with the job requirements? And are they also your strengths? Often we end up with people whose strengths align beautifully with the job requirements, and they are obviously the best preferred choices. So employers would want to tilt towards them. And then when you're talking about your skills, make sure you are not only projecting skills that are your strengths as well, but also make sure that you're talking about your technical as well as your soft skills. And these days, soft skills are very important, and their importance only grows with time. So there's no way you could discount that or just blink over that. The next one, which the employer might really be interested in, is your career goals. What is it you want to be maybe 10 years from now, 5 years from now? So maybe a word, maybe a sentence or two sentences about your career goals and your aspirations, you could really say at this stage. But again, like in the case of other points, just make sure that your career goals align with the organization's vision and mission. It shouldn't be something that's completely devoid of anything for the employer. For example, let's say you want to get into a soft skills job, then anything that aligns with that is a career goal that you can aspire to, and then openly say that this is what I've been looking forward to. But if you have some goals like you want to be a writer, you want to be a YouTuber, now if you really are talking too much about that, then that only takes away the focus from the main job that you're looking for. And also, you know, it only shows you as someone who's not aligned with this particular job. So you got to desist from talking about such things. And then you can move on to your passion and enthusiasm for this particular industry, for this particular role, and that's how you want to end your answer to this first question. So it's always a good idea to end your first answer by bringing in an element of your human attributes and human touch. So you could probably talk or say something like, well, I'm eagerly looking forward to the opportunity of working with your esteemed organization, because I think this provides me the right platform to really take up challenges and grow as a professional. So that's exactly I'm looking at, and I eagerly look forward to the opportunity to working with you. And then thank. The final thing is to thank the interviewer for the time that is invested in you, and then close your interview with a nice positive handshake and a nice positive smile and gesture. So I hope, guys, you enjoyed this little session on Tell Me About Yourself. More videos related to the same topic, which is your first job interview. I've covered the first question now. Now I'll be covering the other questions as well in a series of videos that are to follow this video. So I wish you will subscribe to my channel, hit the notification button, and most importantly, also like and comment about this video in the comment button. Thank you so much. Thank you all.